A young man was sharing the lessons he acquired from his late dad. He recalls that in the years of working together, never ever did they have an argument. They always worked as a team. It reminded me of a story that was shared to me by the late Sheikh Deedat. He said that once a businessman from Arabia made a request to meet since he was impressed with the dawah efforts. A driver was sent to the hotel to pick up the guest. On the way back, the Sheikh initiated a conversation in Urdu with Muhammad, the Pakistani driver. The Sheikh wanted to know more about the businessman, as sharing common interest would make a good start to the meeting. Muhammad said, "My boss is one in a million, and when he requested for me to pick you up, he humbly asked me, 'Brother Muhammad, is it possible for you to pick up our guest from the hotel? If you are busy, I will make some alternate arrangement.'" Muhammad continues, "There was an episode where I accompanied him on a business trip to Europe in his private jet. My boss sells high-tech military equipment to European countries. We get to the meeting and he hands me his cell phone. He told me to take his calls, but if his father called, then I should interrupt the meeting. And it so happened, his father called. The businessman recuses himself from the meeting, and after a brief conversation on the phone, he informs the delegates that they should adjourn as he had to attend to some important matter back home. On our flight back, I asked my boss what was the emergency. Is everything okay back home? My boss informed me that his father wanted an opinion on a business matter, and I told him, "Don't stress, we are on our way back." Muhammad was dumbfounded and asked his boss that since this was not a matter of emergency, couldn't his father wait till the meeting was over? His boss dropped a bombshell and replied, "My brother Muhammad, if it was not for my father, we wouldn't have been flying in this plane. If it was not for my father, I wouldn't have been addressing the delegates from Europe. If it was not for my father, I would have not been a wise businessman. When my father calls, I drop everything and I respond."